2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Nice to be with you again. All the hooting and hollering is done here at the WM Phoenix Open. It's time to find out who wins here at TPC Scottsdale. Hello everyone, I'm Luke Elvey. Alongside me in the booth is Rich Beam. It's great to have your company on 2K Sports. But following all the action out on the course is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. Let's get out to the action. And Beamer, before we take in all the action out on the course, just a few thoughts on TPC Scottsdale that has quite a bit of action around it.
You know, look, it's so funny to talk about because, yes, we know what 16 is like. We know what 17 is like. We know all the interesting and fun things that go on around there. But don't kid yourself. This is still a pretty darn good test of golf. I mean, you get some really tough holes, you know, holes 5 through 8 on the front 9 that'll capture your attention. And then you got a couple of ones, 11 through 14 on the back 9 that that can come up and bite you. But I tell you what, I know players love playing here. The golf course always in great shape. It's just, you know, you got to keep your mind on the golf and what's inside the ropes instead of outside the ropes, and that's sometimes impossible.
We head down to the first hole.
That is absolutely spot on.
Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. Coming fresh off a win, this player's looking to go back-to-back here.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the player is firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
Look out left.
That one's found the thick stuff. Oh no. This would be a great up and down. Big par saver coming up for this fella. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's hard to even stand straight on this slope. Big right to left break.
Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough. Oh, I thought that one was going in.
Oh my God, top um pouquinho.
This is a fairly lengthy putt here. And this next putt is for triple bogey. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Looking like 32 feet or so to the cup.
That was long range for him. That's good stuff.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Currently at 4 over for the tournament. Well, as we head to the second hole at Scottsdale, it's an important tee shot, Rich.
Sneaky driving hole here, Luke. You got some bunkers on the right-hand side that you can't quite make out, and you got a little bit more room down the left-hand side. Most players will bail it to left, though. You find that rough, and makes that second shot just a little bit more difficult.
Quality shot, that one. And now intrepid on-course reporter John standing by.
Hello, Luke. I'm down here with Max Homa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 9th.
Well, it's fair to say that Max Homer is filled with confidence these days, isn't he? And it just seems like he's going to keep adding title after title to his resume.
Yeah, what can you say more about Max? I mean, his game has just continually to evolve year in and year out. And it just seems like with every step that he takes, it's gargantuan for his confidence because he's just a tour-bred winner.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
A great birdie chance here.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? Oh, Rich, always love standing on the tee here at 3. You feel like you can get after this golf hole.
Yeah, you're going to stand on this tee box, and it's just full systems go. If you miss the bunker on the left or the rough on the right, it's just going to hit in the middle of that fairway and just roll, baby, roll. Second shot would be pretty simple. Just a bit outside into the rough.
And now let's take a look at Lydia Ko. Here's a great shot from our player currently in second. Let's get back to it, shall we? Well, I know that we're in the booth and not right up close to it, but it doesn't take a smart person to work out that's not a nice lie.
He's going to need an incredible stroke of luck to get this out with any momentum going forward to get it on the green.
Time now for the 4th shot. Straight out of the top draw. 3 feet to go here to the hole. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Well, hopefully coming off the back of a birdie, Rich, we find ourselves on the first short hole of the day, the 4th.
Yeah, tough little par 3, though. That green sits up above the teeing area just a little bit, and the green chases away from the players as well. It's really tough to get it super close. Finding the green, not a problem.
Going with the 7.
Judged to perfection.
Well, that's well played, and a great birdie opportunity coming up here at the 4th. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Over to 5 we go now, Rich. Another par 4, and again, it feels like just ball in play.
Yeah, you really kind of have to manufacture some kind of shot shape. Just the bunker on the right-hand side, but there's really not much to this tee shot. It actually lull you to sleep.
Not the worst bunker to miss it into here on the par 4 5th.
No, there's no lip on this bunker whatsoever to a big flat green up there. That's really no problem for these players.
Those fairway bunkers, they can be tricky. Tougher shot in golf. That got a little out of control, I think. Let's catch up with the action on the second.
And from about 115 yards, I'd say.
Great looking shot, this.
Wow.
Ooh. This would be a great up and down. Wow, that almost went in the hole. If he makes this, he'll save his par. And in she goes. That's a good save.
Bunkered off the tee, wasn't able to find the green, but saves the par with that putt.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Well, the visuals on this 6th tee, that really presents most of the challenge here.
Yeah, the 3 bunkers down the left side see a lot of action. Your eyes are just drawn to it, but only the bigger players, the longest players in the game, are able to fly those bunkers.
Penny, is that lying okay?
This is workable. Yeah, second cut, looking good.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
I think this one is heading for the bunker.
And the players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. It was on a good line, putting for par. As we check the standings, our leader has a 2-stroke advantage. The second par 3 on the front nine's longer 7th hole, Rich.
This is so difficult. I'm even laughing, remembering when I played it years ago. Finding this green is nearly impossible. It still gives me the heebie-jeebies. You got to hit a long iron, towering long iron, and see if you can't get to land soft enough to hold this green.
Opting for the 5-iron. That's disappointing.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
He's back on the surface, happy to have the flat stick in hand. And he's down there. You got a read?
Straight as far as my eyes can see.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Let's take a look at Lydia Ko, shall we? Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. And as we move to the next hole, our leader is ahead by a couple of shots. There's a familiar tone about the front 9 par 4s, Rich. A lot of right to left. Here we are at 8. Same sort of tee shot.
Yeah, dogleg from right to left. Again, your eyes are drawn towards those bunkers down the left, but they should be at that tree in the center of the fairway.
Oh, that looked like a bit of an ugly swing there. Sitting at 3 over par. Club face may have got caught up in the rough here. And here we are with the third shot. Sitting at 3 over. And that's the line in the sand. He's out. That's the positive. But there's some work to do with the putter. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
You can be positive with this because it's up the hill and moving left to right.
Oh, he's going to like the look of this. That's a good outcome. And the dreaded triple bogey putt. Okay, let's head to the next. And that sees him drop down the standings a little bit. Okay, to the closing hole on the front nine, Rich, and the tee shot requires some accuracy once again.
It does, but it's actually a little bit more generous for the shorter players. For the longer players, it actually narrows up right there because they can't quite carry that fairway bunker down the right-hand side, so they might run out a little bit too far to the left. Players on other side of the golf course making some noise.
Oh, you couldn't paint a better picture. Gorgeous. Oh, that is bombed. Let's recap the action from just some moments ago.
Second shot here.
Oh, that's a beauty. How about holding that one? And back to the course with the live action. Playing from 110 yards out. Hello and welcome back to the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Time to head out to the 9th. Let's see if we can make a birdie as we make the turn. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one's a 36-footer.
Lige fart ned i spillet. Lige fart indover, ja, okay.
Ooh, slow down. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Looks like this one's going left to right.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Yeah, he's looking at a bogey putt here.
Just a short putt remaining here. Sitting at 8 over par for the event.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard. Never a good sign.
Okay, we've started the back 9 here at TPC Scottsdale, and the eyes light up.
The longer hitters, they're probably going to pull driver out. The shorter hitters, like you and I, we're going to take a 3-wood and lay it out to the left. Be safe about this, Luke.
That's a high caliber shot. Rich, I love it when we get to break from play just to take a look at some great highlights. Nicely holed. Second shot here on the 10th hole.
Uh-oh, this one leaking out to the right.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. This is his 4th shot. Has he holed it? Big time play, that one, at the right time too. And that'll promote a good move up the standings.
This one was a great chip in. I could watch this all day.
And that'll see him move up the leaderboard after that effort. Well, as you get to the 11th tee shot, Rich, you just don't want to have an attack of the lefts. Where did that come from? That's not his style.
Nej, jag åker nu.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
Wow, what a shot. This putt is of 9 feet. Ooh. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Nej.
Just 3 feet to the cup. Well, he wants to limit the damage here. If he can make this, it'll be a double bogey. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The 12th at TPC Scottsdale is not as popular as the 16th in terms of par 3s, but it still presents a test, doesn't it?
It's still fraught with dangers. Deep bunkers left. If you hit it too long and too far on the right-hand side, obviously you're coming in the water. This is a hole you just want to find the left front portion of the green, 2-putt, and go away.
And he's down there. You got to read?
I've had to read this a couple times because there's a subtle last-minute break at the end. It's going to go left.
Well, was that a rush of blood? It's just about 3 feet away.
Hey. Whoa.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard.
Man.
Rich, being someone like I am as a duffer, I'm thinking water, I'm thinking bunker, I'm thinking desert area. This is not a comfortable tee shot.
I don't think there is a comfortable tee shot anywhere in the world for you, Luke, to be fair.
Lining up from the sand now. And back to the second hole where this incredible highlight happened.
Oh, I got to
my
say,
gosh.
this is a gorgeous thing, isn't it?
Great putt. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This next shot coming up from the sand. Oh, that should find the bunker.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
That's on the green, but still a fair way from the hole. Putting for a par here. Ooh. A 7-footer right here. So close.
God, vilket har det varit.
Time to make a putt here. This one's for double. Currently 12 over for the tournament. Standing on the tee at 14, it feels like a slight reprieve after the challenges we've had before.
This is probably the most comfortable tee shot these guys will face all day. That bunker's not in play. Fairly generous driving area. Go ahead and just get on it.
Nicely done.
Looks like this is going to miss just right.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
How about this shot? And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And our leader is now out by 3 shots as we head to the next. There's fewer tee shots here at TPC Scottsdale, as intimidating as this one here at 15.
This is such a narrow fairway. The left third of this fairway runs straight towards the water on the left-hand side. It's just no fun. You know that you have a sliver of landing area down the right-hand side to find it, so you can knock it on in 2.
This is his second shot. He hit that pretty loose. Yep, that's a water ball.
Oh. Ehkä se Rinna... Keti. Näin. Okay.
This is not a good outcome. Buried in the deep stuff. Oh, just missed. 16 feet to the cup. John, have you got a good read on this one?
It looks like this one will turn a bit to the left.
That's disappointing. Look at this one just roll off the green. A bit too much pace, but a chance still to get it back up and in. Ooh. This putt is for double bogey.
Hey, hold a ben in it. Oh my God.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Our leader has built a 3-shot bar for here as we head over to the next. On the tee here at 16, and there are few holes in golf cooler than this one.
This is unique. It is unique and has been for many years. It's completely surrounded. You got 16,000 of your closest friends ready to just give it to you if you miss the green or hit a bad shot, or conversely, hit it close, make the birdie. I can promise you every player playing this is nervous at all times playing this hole.
That was wonderfully done. And a par putt awaits him. Oh. 8 feet to the cup. Never up, never in, as they say, Rich. And this one will be for double bogey. As we head to the next, our leader is ahead by 2. It's amazing, Rich, just given the nature of 16. 17 feels overshadowed, but it shouldn't be. It's one of the great short par 4s on tour.
It is such a cool little hole. I mean, you don't need driver anymore to reach it. Just a little menacing bunker, like a pimple right there, about 30, 40 yards short. A lot of action's going to be on the right-hand side there to any flag stick, but when they put it all the way back center, forget about it. It now becomes one of the hardest short holes in all of golf.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. And he needs this to save par. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Ooh. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
Pulled them off.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, we've come to the last here at TPC Scottsdale, but there's still some work to be done.
There's a lot of work to be done. Finding it in the middle of this fairway is not one easy task, even for the longest hitters. That bunker down the left-hand side, the church pews, that sees a lot of action. So the other two up there. This is really a hole that you got to thread it out there with either a 3-wood or driver, but it's pretty much one of the most underrated, difficult driving holes on the golf course.
And choosing the 8-iron here. That's well executed. This one's heading towards the green. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
Maybe some time on the practice green wouldn't hurt. Well, that's an impressive little chip. Trying to limit the damage on 18 here. This left for the double bogey. And finishing the round with a tap in. And as this event comes to an end, I'm pretty sure this player will be ruining some poor mistakes.
Not stellar by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it was quite pitiful, to be fair.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
Lide. Tappa på. Där uppe. Upp, nästa hålla. Körning. I am a practice game. Yep.
.2K Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back at Riviera, where a champion will be crowned. It's the final round of the Genesis Invitational. Good to be with you today. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Henny Koyak and John McCarthy are down on the course. Rich, this should be a fun week. We've got so many great storylines, including a rivalry with our featured player. Before we get into that, take us through this course. What are some of the big keys out there?
I think it's not only the golf course, but the history behind it, Andrew. If you look back, Ben Hogan had a great run here, won 2 LA Opens here, also the US Open. I just look at this golf course as it's so special, so difficult, but it's right in front of you. There's nothing hidden about it. It's right there for the taking, but in the end, though, it's going to beat you up pretty good if you're not on top of your game. This, to me, is probably one of the most complete golf courses you can play in the U.S.
Always got to give it a bit extra out the rough.
Okay, Henny, you're right there. What do you see?
He is not going to like this one bit. This is what bad lies are made of. Well, at least we're away from that horrible lie.
The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. Well, a par would look really good on the scorecard right now. That was close. This putt from 5 feet away. A bogey on the first hole.
Not the way you want to start this round with a bogey.
Let's go out to the par 4 second. Coming out of the thick stuff. I don't think there's enough on this one. That's a tough one to swallow.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
Time now for the 4th shot. Ooh, gonna drop at least one here. All right, let's walk away with a bogey here. Unfortunately, that drops him to 2 over for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Ooh, boy, not pretty. Henny, do you have a better look at the lie?
Lucked out here, Andrew. It's in the second cut, but I'm seeing most of the ball and he can get lots of club on this.
This is a 9-iron on the way. That is great contact out of the rough. Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. This is a big one coming up to save par. Oh. 4 feet remains.
For bogey.
We've got a major champion sitting atop the leaderboard. It's Wyndham Clark. And now here's a look at the par 3 fourth.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
This one needs to get down in a hurry. Wow, that one was just a little bit off.
Bit too much club there, wasn't it?
All right, bogey putt.
Line now. Okay.
As we move on to the next hole, we take a quick peek at the leaderboard. Wyndham Clark is out in front.
Oh, well played. Always nice when you're playing to the green from an elevated position. This is a lengthy putt here. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Just a little bit of movement right to left here.
And this one is for his par. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The par 3-6, one of the most magnificent holes, not only at Riviera Country Club, but in all of golf. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par, chance to pipe one up the middle. This one needs to kick left. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
That's this. Oh! 5 feet coming up to the cup. And as we check in with the leaderboard, it's Wyndham Clark at the top.
Over to the par 4 7th hole.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
That one is not on a good line, headed toward the rough. Time now for the third. Wow, I really like that. And now this putt for bogey. And that putt drops, and we move on to the next. Here's a look at the way things stand, with Wyndham Clark leading the pack. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 4.
No efter att spela. Kontrollerna i leg position. Ja.
This is dicey, to say the least.
Yeah, right-hand side of the green.
Well, he misses the green. That's a tough one to swallow.
Distance control, not easy when you're coming out of the rough.
Give it. Eller oöppen honom, mycket oöppen honom. Nej, det är...
Oh, that looked good. This one greenside in the rough. "16 feet to the cup." Henny, what do you see in this putt?
From the get-go, this is a big left to right breaker.
How did that not go in? 10 feet to the cup. Right on line, but just misses. 6 feet remain.
Oh my god. Facklar mig kliver mig alldeles stanslöst nu. Putin med alla lägen. Jag mycket här.
We've reached the closing hole of the opening 9. It's a par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play. This one headed out to the left.
Still not putting.
Yeah, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
Still some work to do here. Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
It's just going to cruise up to the left-hand side.
That looked good for a while. Needs this one for bogey. Oh, almost. This putt is for double bogey. And after that, he is moving down the leaderboard. Now to the par 4 10th.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Oh my, got all of that one. It could get there. Let's see what happens out of this greenside bunker. Here's a look at the lie in the bunker. All right, John, you're there. What can you tell us about the lie?
Hello.
They're deep down in there, guys. I do not envy them, but looking forward to seeing how they get out.
Okay, this putt for double bogey. All right, Henny is with this group. Henny, what do you see?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
Ekki reyna, átti ekki að reyna þetta á hann.
Come on.
Nay, come on!
Now from the greenside bunker. "16 feet away." Henny, how tough will this putt be?
Love it or hate it, it's a downhill left to right putt.
Not enough pace on that one. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole.
The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Unfortunately, he'll have to hit out of the rough yet again with his next shot. Setting up for his third shot.
I tell you what, from the rough, nice. Yeah, that lie was nasty, but what a shot from there.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Ah. 3 feet to go here to the hole. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par fours, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Ah, okay.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
Oh, a long day. Somebody.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Now, long range putt coming up here to be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
On a good line.
Tracking. That was a nice putt. Had a good looking line, plenty of speed, but just didn't drop. He has this putt to save his par.
Hey. Oh.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
Ja, alle. Met z'n orkees en lekker man. Maar. Hoop ik.
Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
This is about a 32-foot putt.
Oh, that one almost went in, but that slips past the hole with speed. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's going to bank to the left-hand side, this one.
A par putt on the table. So close. And this one is for bogey. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, this is a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. That one had plenty of heat on it as it went past the hole. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
This is a good chance. Well, that'll avoid a number of drop shots. Well hold.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Tough one to dial in.
Well, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
Ai, malle. Tässä mulla on liikaa.
Oh, I can hear the golf claps around the course. Henny, how tricky is this one?
This putt's going to come in from the left side.
It starts off on a good line.
Out of 16, it's a par 3. Going with 8-iron here. Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot right there.
And Matty Fitzpatrick now setting up with this look.
Getting better.
That's outstanding. Mark that down on the highlight reel.
This will be a challenging putt from this distance.
Sulla mic plot. Okay.
Starting out to the right. Watch this one.
I'm not sure what he saw on that one.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Time now for the par 5, 17th hole.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
This is the third. Well, this is one that if it goes in, you'd see it on all the highlights.
Okay.
Too much power on that stroke. Wow, I thought that was going in. 8 feet left to the cup.
I am with that.
Time for the tee shot at 18.
Tee shot up the hill. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
He's got a very long way to go. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
Looks like this will move to the left-hand side as it goes up the hill.
That's a pretty good effort. 3 feet to the cup. A par to wrap things up on 18.
Häätöllä. Pitlikuks. Spelen meillä. Aiempi.
Such a fun day out there, and we can't thank Henny Koyak enough. The insight she provided on the rivalry was first class.
Such kind words, Andrew. It was my absolute pleasure. This is what we do it for, watching the battles play out, no matter what the result is.
So that will do it for today. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll see you next time.
I get mounted, okay. putti mennyt alle. No. I'll get puffed up. The boy. No. Okay. Well. Hey, come on. Hey. Bang, hola. Okay. Helt joker man aldrig. Get the fuck with me, da. Geht nicht. Spiller ska min hinna, han. No, tak. Action.
Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Well, it's time to find out who wins this event. Let's head out for the final round. Hello all, I'm Luke Elvey. It's terrific to have your company as always here at 2K Sports. Alongside me in the booth is Rich Beam, and out on the course is Henny Quack and John McCarthy, following all the action. Thanks for joining us today. We've got an incredible day of golf ahead. Let's catch up with play down on the opening hole. Attaboy, good shot. And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 170 yards.
Oh, this one's hit way up there. Should come down pretty softly, I feel. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Hit it so far up in the air, the wind just ate it alive. That one comes up well short.
Big putt for par coming up. John, what's the line on this putt?
This one's breaking left to right.
Ooh. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
This will be a good bogey.
Oh dear, this next putt now for double bogey. Currently at 2 over par. The second hole at player Sayona Rich. Less than 500 yards, but is a par 5.
Just a little wandering right to left, dogleg par 5. That bunker down the left is in play. The second shot to a green that's protected by 2 bunkers on the right-hand side and a low area on the left. However, this hole, par 5, is very gettable.
Going with the 5-iron here. This now, his third shot. Well, this would be a big birdie here. Good putt to make. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
35 foot from the hole.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ég er snáðu bolt. Nei, ég skal ekki.
Appears to have overcooked this one. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
If this does anything, I think it'll move a little bit to the left.
Yeah, nicely holed.
It was nice to see that go in because it has been pretty darn ugly up to this point.
The third hole at Playa Sayona is just a picturesque par 3.
Yes, water down the right-hand side will certainly come into play. Bunker front left and long left also could see some action. This is a beautiful, picturesque, but difficult par 3.
He's not hit this one well, and that one's into the drink. Playing this shot from about 170 yards out.
Breeze straight into him.
A tad wayward, but still on the surface. This one for bogey.
Broad bit. Oh, yeah. That's one.
Oh, that one just had a bit too much pace on it. Oh, that almost went down. 11 feet left to the hole. And he's down there. You got a read?
I'm thinking a little left to right here.
That's disappointing. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. And that's Victor Hovland on top of the leaderboard. As we get to the fourth hole, Rich, the big bomber's eyes just light right up.
Oh, it's going to tempt the long players, isn't it, to take a rip at it? But they got to be aware of that water and sand that comes into play down the left-hand side. If you bail out to the right-hand side, just have a short little second shot, but you got a green that's tiny in size with all kinds of movement on it.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, this is straight back into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt.
Now this one, this is important. This for par.
He's going to like the look of this one. That'll be inside the circle of friendship. This one's for bogey. Now 8 shots back after that hole. The 5th hole at Playa Sayona, Rich, certainly makes up for what little was on option at the 4th.
I'm assuming that this hole's name is Diablo because it is a devil of a par 4. Very little room out to the right to find the fairway. Anything missing left, all the way down the hole, you're finding the ocean and a green that is perched right next to it as well. I don't know the best way to play this hole, but I know that 5 is a fantastic score.
Hope it gets a good kick to the left. Now lining up this putt. Still some meat on the bone. John, have you got a read on this one?
All right, this putt is going to go up the hill and to the left.
Oh, that rush past the hole with some serious speed. 12 feet to the cup coming up. And in it goes for the par. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. The 6th hole, and player Sayona really puts a premium on placing your tee shot in the right spot.
Aim at that bunker in the middle of the fairway and either push or pull your tee shot because you don't want to be in it. From there, your second shot into a fairly flat, generous green, hourglass in shape. Not much to it, so good opportunity to make a par here, maybe even better.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Maybe going for the green, are we? Always nice to have a birdie putt.
This one starting out way out to the right.
Let's return to live play now. And from the green side rough here. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Now 8 shots back after that hole. And as we get to the 7th at Playa Sayona, all the drama happens at the completion of the hole.
It does. You want to challenge that fairway bunker as best you can with a long iron fairway metal hybrid. You want to be as close to this green as you can off the tee because it's an island green with danger everywhere. You don't want to come into this green with much more than a wedge in your hand.
Sadly, this one will make a splash.
Oh my God. Oh. Hier war, ja. Back up. Could be. Donkey.
he'll be disappointed by that. That one finds the water. This lie's not great. That ball looked a little thirsty. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's going to gain some extra yardage here. It's a down breeze.
Oh, ja, oké. Stap in je pot in. Oké, hop.
How close was that to going down?
Alle bara rosten och lägger med alle. Allemaal.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Now the mercy rule has been put into play here. Too many shots on this hole. Head to the next.
Första.
Well played, mate. From around 170 yards here.
Pretty good win back into the player's face.
Well, Rich, that's on the surface, but it's in free putt territory. It's so far away. This putt is from a long distance. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
I don't know that you can give this enough break off the left-hand side. Whew.
Nej.
This is a par putt. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This one, it's a 42-footer.
That one skated by the edge of the hole. 15 feet to the cup.
Ai. Keertje hugsammen. Alle. Tak pauze. Alle komt team. Maar wanneer? Oh.
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
How close was that? But now it's getting further away. 14 feet to the cup. Ah, that's a shame. Comes up shy. No one likes to put a quad on the card. Let's make this, please. Job done. Let's head to the next. And as we check the standings, our leader has a one-stroke advantage. The finishing hole to this front nine at Playa Sayona is another picturesque par 4.
Just waist area down to the right-hand side. Water in the distance. Driver not required here. Your approach shot to a generous green. Thinking birdie here all day long.
Ooh, could be in trouble. Needs to hold that fairway.
That one's just going to catch the light rough. Is this one heading into the sand? And here we are with the third shot. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Oh, I like the start line on this one. It's going to break left now.
That one went by with a bit of speed, didn't it?
Just a little bit of a misread right there. He's going to need to sink this next one, though, to limit the damage with the bogey.
And as we step onto the 10th tee, Rich, always good to look back at the 9 holes just played.
Yeah, they're behind their rival right now through 9 holes, but there's lots of time, lots of opportunities on this back 9 to make up. It'll be interesting to see how it all ends up.
Next stream. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, okay, yes. America. No.